Hey guys, I'm Leah. I'm awkward, and this is my story of how I auditioned for America's Got Talent. Yes, the America's Got Talent, one of the biggest shows ever in the world. It all started last year. Um, Actually, a few years before that, I kind of was getting this feeling where it was like, you know what, you should try. You should try. And I was like, but I'm not talented. There's no talent in my body. I'm literally zero talented. Uh, and I just kind of kept brushing it off until last year. I was like, you know what? I've been writing poetry a lot. So I went ahead and I decided to make a video. I did not tell anybody. I didn't tell my parents. I didn't tell my friends. I didn't tell anybody. It was just me, myself, and I, and my little phone that I have, you know. And I was like, okay, here we go. And I sent it, and it was a lot of work. I think that um it's not easy to go through all this, but it was a lot of fun. And as an FYI, I did not make it. um, and I didn't meet Simon Cowell or Howie Mandel or Sofia Vergara or Heidi. I was just kind of like, I kind of just made it to the California part. But I still wanted to share my part of the story because I was like, you know what? It was really fun how everything turned out to be. Because I kept writing nonstop. There was nonstop writing for me. Even when I was like, oh my gosh, like my brain is going to explode, so there was a lot of stress. But it was one of my favorite TV shows, and I wanted to try so badly, and I wanted to meet Terry Crews. Let's be real, that's the only reason I wanted to audition. I was like, I want to meet Terry Crews. I was like, if Terry Crews could just casually like walk in to one of the auditions, that would be great. But there are many auditions. So there's the first audition, and then there is a live audition with the producers. You go on one that's like kind of like a Zoom, and you kind of show them your talent. It's kind of like, hi, this is my talent. I'm like, pose, pose, sassy. And like there's only so much that I can say. And like, I know that I'm not a contestant now, but I'm scared of that. Like, there's still only so much I can say. But I will tell you as much as I possibly can, in case if there are other writers out there who want to audition for America's Got Talent, because who says writers can't be on America's Got Talent? That's so stupid. Uh, I might actually try again one day. Who knows? And like, it was a really fun experience. And so I did that. Then I did another recording, then another live one. And with all this, I was still writing fiction. I was writing poetry. I was, left, right, right, left. I was like up, down, um, you know, this way, going off the curve. And at this point, yes, I had told my parents. My parents were like, "You auditioned for what?" They were like, what? Because they were thinking the same thing. They were like, you don't have talent. They're like, you don't have any talent. You have zero talent. What are you thinking? And I'm like, I know that this is very weird, but I auditioned to be a poet, and they were like, "What the heck are you talking about? I don't understand what you're doing. Like, why?" and but they were very supportive. And actually, when it came to the point where they were like, "We're holding auditions in California," I went to my parents and I said, "Can I please, 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 please go?" They're like, "Okay." It does help that my brother lives in California. So I was kind of like, "We can go see my brother, you know." And my mom was like, "You are so using that against me, but I love it." And I was like, "I don't care. I love it." And it was just, we got on a plane, and the whole time I was like, "I'm doing this. I am going to California to audition for one of the biggest shows in the whole world, to possibly meet these people, to possibly show the world who I am." And that was just insane. Like, but even to meet the producers, even when I entered the room that day, it was insane. We woke up early, went there. It was a very long day. You wait for hours. You're given this number and you're put in a certain group, and like, you just kind of wait. You're just waiting, and that's it. You're waiting, and you're just kind of like anticipating for that time when it's like, okay, these are your numbers. These are the numbers that they're being called. And when they're called, it's like, okay, never mind. You guys, the other group can go next. I'm like, I'm good, thanks. And I was, I was like, okay, thank you. That was fun. I had a great time auditioning, but I think I'm gonna pass on meeting the producers. Not anything against the producers, because I've already met the producers, but I was like very nervous. But my brother was like, "Nope, come on, you're getting up, and he got me up, and he walked me to where there were so many different buildings. It was insane. Like, there were so many rooms, so many places you had to go to. It was kind of insane. I was like lost. But by the end of it, I was like, okay, so can you tell me, like, I would go to random people. I'd be like, "Can you tell me where I am?" I think at one point I would talk to a person whose, foot was on their head. Like, and they'd be like, "Oh, you are, in fact, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Thanks. Okay, bye." And so I was just, texting my mom, texting my brother. I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing." And they're like, "You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine." And but they basically put you in a group of like 10. So if you're a musician who needs a piano, they will say, "If you need a piano, raise your hand." Those people would raise their hand, and they'd have you move to these seats. And then they would have you move more. Like, and then those people would kind of like, I don't really remember, like, I don't know, like, they would just kind of like go into a separate room, and then it would kind of be the same. Like, they'd be like, "If you're a dancer or this or that, please raise your hand." They'd raise their hand. They'd be like, "Okay, so you sit on this side, and the rest of you just kind of sit somewhere random." you know Until finally, eventually, you get to the audition room, and they're basically, "Please be nice, everyone's trying here. This is a very nerve-wracking thing to be doing. And I'm like, thank you for acknowledging that. You know, that's a very kind thing for you to do. And so everyone kind of did their thing until finally they called my name and I read my poem. And I was like, I blew it. As soon as I read it, I was like, I'm done. Bye. I'll seek myself out. I knew I blew it then and there, but it was still one of the most fun experiences, and it's something that I will treasure forever, and I love it, and I love the fact that I can say that I tried, and I think that this is also what the channel's about, is that we're gonna be trying our best. So that is something huge that I did. So yeah, that was the time I auditioned for America's Got Talent, guys. Um, that's weird to say. You know, not many people can like be like, I auditioned for America's Got Talent. Um, and you know, I took a chance, and I'm taking a chance here. So, all right. I'll see you guys in the next video.